Hi, and welcome to Modern English Proficiency Level Class number 8. Today we're going to be talking about advances, okay? But before we get to the subject, let's start with the warm-up. So everybody repeat after me. Silly Sally sings songs sweetly while sitting on the steaming sidewalk when the sizzling summer sun is shining. Okay, we'll try that one more time. Silly Sally sings songs sweetly while sitting on the steaming sidewalk when the sizzling summer sun is shining. It's a good tongue twister. It twisted my tongue, for sure. Now, let's talk about the meaning, okay? Silly. This is an important word, silly. If something is silly, it's funny, okay? If a person is silly, they always do funny things. You can make a silly face, like that, okay? That's a funny face. Something funny is silly, okay? So, Silly Sally. Her name is Sally, but we describe her, it's an adjective. She's silly, okay? Now, she sings songs sweetly. If you sing a song sweetly, if you sing something sweetly, it means you sing it very well, very beautifully. Sing a sweet song, sing it sweetly, okay? Do something very beautifully. Now, she's sitting on the steaming sidewalk. First of all, a sidewalk. What is a sidewalk? Well, you know what the street is, right? The sidewalk is the part on the side of the street where the pedestrians can walk. What's a pedestrian? A pedestrian is somebody that travels by using their feet. Pedestrian, okay? So pedestrians walk on the sidewalk. It's on the side of the road because people walk on it. So for people to walk on, okay? So a pedestrian walks on the sidewalk. Cars use the street. Now, steaming. Steaming. The word is steaming. If something is steaming, that means it's really hot and the water is turning to steam. Anything where the water is turning to steam. If you make tea in a teapot, after a while there'll be some steam in there and it'll start to whistle like that. That's steam, okay? Anytime that water turns to a gas, turns to vapor, it's steam. So if the sidewalk is steaming, you know it's very hot. The sun is hitting the sidewalk and there's steam coming off it. Very, very hot. All right? So steaming sidewalk. When the sizzling summer sun is shining. Sizzling. This is an important word too. Sizzling means so hot, okay? Something is sizzling. It's really hot. So think about if you eat a steak and they bring you the steak and it's still... That's sizzling. That's what we mean by sizzling. Sometimes you can go to a Chinese restaurant and order some kind of beef called sizzling beef, I believe. But it comes out on a big metal plate. And they put it in front of you, and there's a cover on it, and they lift the cover, and it's going, and there's all this steam coming off it, and people hold up their napkins so they don't get their face. That's sizzling. It's so hot, it's bubbling, and there's steam coming off it. That's what sizzling means, okay? So the sizzling summer sun. Sizzling just means it's so hot, it makes things sizzle like that. And the summer sun is shining. Shining, you know shine, right? The sun shines. The light is coming off the sun. So let's do the whole thing one more time. Silly Sally sings songs sweetly while sitting on the steaming sidewalk when the sizzling summer sun is shining. A lot of different ways to convey the feeling of something being hot. Something can be steaming, something can be sizzling, okay? Steaming and sizzling, two really good words, all right? So, that's our warm-up for today. Very good. All right, so we just finished with the warm-up. Let's talk about some of the words that we learned in the warm-up. We're going to have a little quiz now, okay? So my first question is, silly. What does this word mean? Okay, next question. What does the word steaming mean? If something is steaming, what am I talking about? Alright, last question. What does the word sizzling mean? What do I mean when I say something is sizzling? Alright, now let's take a look at the interesting idioms. All these things have to do with advances. Well, what's an advance, you ask me? What does it mean to make an advance? An advance is when you go up to somebody that you're interested in, okay? If you see some girl in a bar that's very beautiful, you maybe want to walk up to her and say something like, "Do Do you come here often? Something like that. That's an example of an advance. It just means you want to get to know somebody. It's the first thing you say to somebody. That's an advance, okay? So let's look at some of these, look at some of these phrases that have to do with advances. First one, repeat after me. I'm sorry, there is just not enough beer in the world. Okay, one more time. I'm sorry, there's just not enough beer in the world. Okay, what do we mean by this? Okay, this could be a response to an advance. If somebody walks up to you and says, wow, you're pretty, I like you, do you want to come home with me? You could say, I'm sorry, there's just not enough beer in the world. What we're talking about here is something called beer goggles. Well, what happens is when you drink a lot, you start to feel a little strange in your head, right? Maybe you look at somebody who, if you looked at them when you're perfectly sober meaning you didn't drink anything, if you look at them when you're sober, you think, they're so ugly. But if you drink a lot, maybe after a while, you start to feel more friendly. Maybe people start to look a little better to you. So one more time. I'm sorry, there's just not enough beer in the world. Just means there's not enough beer in the world to make me drunk enough to think you're attractive. Okay? All right, let's do the next one. I hate this place. I'm always getting hit on. Okay, one more time. I hate this place. I'm always getting hit on. All right, hit on. First of all, if you get hit on, that means somebody's approaching you, making advances to you. Maybe somebody walks up to you and says, wow, you're so good looking. I want to get to know you better. That's an advance. So you're getting hit on if somebody comes up to you and wants to talk to you. That's getting hit on. But anyway, let's read the sentence one more time. I hate this place. I'm always getting hit on. All right, very good. Let's move on to the next sentence. Can I buy you a drink? All right, and one more time. Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, you have to say it like that too. You have to put a little extra something in your voice. Can I buy you a drink? Because this is an opening line, okay? You see an attractive woman at the bar, you walk up to her, can I buy you a drink? It's a good way to start a conversation. It means you want to buy her a drink. Easy, right? So, one more time. Can I buy you a drink? All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. Are you tired? Because you've been running around in my head all day. All right, let's say that again. Are you tired? Because you've been running around in my head all day. Now, okay, let's clarify this a little bit. You have to ask this in two parts. First, you talk to the person. Are you tired? The person would probably say, no, I'm not tired. Then you could use the second part, which is like a joke, because you've been running through my head all day. Okay? So let's do this one more time. Are you tired? Because you've been running around in my head all day. Now, in this sense, it doesn't make any sense to me. Running around in my head, something running around in my head. Change this, okay? You've been running through my head all day, or you've been running around my mind, you've been running through my mind all day. Let's change it to that, okay? You've been running through my mind all day. Something running through your mind. It's just something you think about a lot, okay? All right, let's do the next one. Now, this one is another pickup line, okay? So, let's do this one. Was your father a thief? He stole the stars and put them in your eyes. Was your father a thief? Okay, first of all, what's a thief? A thief is somebody that steals something, right? If you steal something, you're a thief, okay? Now, the person will probably answer, no, my father wasn't a thief. Why would you ask me that question? Then you can say, well, he stole the stars from the sky and put them in your eyes. Okay, I changed this to put the stars from the sky, okay? Stars are what? What's a star? Xing xing, something like that in Chinese. Okay, that's a star. So let's do the whole thing one more time. Was your father a thief? No. Because he stole the stars from the sky and put them in your eyes, right? Okay, good enough. All right, let's do the last one, okay? Repeat after me. Your place or mine? Ooh. One more time. Your place or mine? All right, this is maybe some comment that could get you slapped if you say this to a girl. They'll maybe slap you in the face, right? This is too forward, right? It's too informal. It's too pushy. This just means, do you want to go back to my place? Or do you want to go back to your place with me? Never tried it, but let's do it one more time. Your place or mine? Okay, good. All right, now that we did the idioms, we're going to have a short quiz about the things we've learned, all right? Now remember, I taught you a term in the beginning called beer goggles. Can you tell me what beer goggles are? What's that mean if I say you're wearing beer goggles? All right, next question. What does it mean to hit on somebody? What does it mean to hit on somebody? All right, last question. What is a thief?
John, there's no doubt what your favorite TV program is.
Hey, check it out. That guy's really trying to pick up that girl.
Looks like he's not having too much success so far.
Are you hitting on me? I'm telling you, I don't appreciate your advances towards me.
I'm just trying to be friends.
I'm really not interested, so stop flirting with me.
Oh, come on, let me buy you a drink.
Keep your hands to yourself.
What's the problem?
Take your hands off of me.
I really like you.
Get away from me.
Whoa, she knows how to handle herself.
I was about to break in, but that sure wasn't necessary.
Hi, welcome back. All right, now it's time to do the 10 sentences. So we're going to talk about different ways to make advances. We're going to talk about some different pickup lines. We're going to talk about all different kind of sentences dealing with advances. So let's do the first one. Repeat after me. If you were a new burger at McDonald's, your name would be McGorgeous. All right, let's talk about this though, okay? What does this mean? Okay, if you were a new burger, if you were a hamburger, okay? If you were some type of sandwich at McDonald's, everybody knows McDonald's, right? Your name would be McGorgeous. Oh, this is a terrible pickup line. Please, I beg you, never try this pickup line. I mean, it's terrible. It's funny, the girl will probably laugh at you, but there's no way that she'll ever go anywhere with you after you use this pickup line. But anyway, it's still important to find out what it means, okay? So, burger, hamburger, right? Now, your name would be McGorgeous. Well, have you noticed that McDonald's, McDonald's, the name McDonald's. A lot of the food at McDonald's, at least in America, in North America, in the United States, is named Mc something, right? You eat chicken nuggets, right? Little pieces of chicken. But at McDonald's, they're called chicken McNuggets, okay? You eat a fish sandwich. In the United States, it's not just called a fish sandwich, it's called a McFish sandwich, okay? Hamburger's still a hamburger. It's not a McBurger. But we're just saying that if you were at McDonald's, if you were a new hamburger, they'd have to name you McGorgeous. Well, what's gorgeous? Gorgeous means somebody is so beautiful. They're gorgeous, okay? So you're giving a compliment and you're also making a joke, but you're doing it in a really stupid way. Anyway, let's just do this one more time anyway. If you were a new burger at McDonald's, your burger name would be McGorgeous. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Number 2. Do you have a quarter? I want to call my mom to tell her I just met the girl of my dreams. Ooh, cheesy, really cheesy. Okay, one more time. Do you have a quarter? I want to call my mom and tell her I just met the girl of my dreams. All right, this is another pickup line that needs a response, right? You have to ask the first part first. You say, do you have a quarter? Then perhaps the girl would say, no, why do you want a quarter? Then you could say, because I want to call my mom and tell her I just met the girl of my dreams. So what's a quarter, first of all? A quarter is a coin, right? A coin. It's a quarter of a dollar. It's 25 cents. So it's one fourth of a dollar, so it's a quarter dollar. A 25-cent coin. Now, usually in America, you can make a telephone call, or at least you used to be able to make a telephone call on a public phone, on a pay phone, a coin-operated phone with 1 quarter. You could make a call, all right? So you ask somebody for a quarter, it means you want to go make a phone call, and you want to call your mom and say, I just met the girl of my dreams. The girl of my dreams is what? This is the girl you've been dreaming about, the girl you've been wishing for, the perfect girl for you, your dream girl. So let's do the whole thing one more time. Do you have a quarter? I want to call my mom and tell her that I just met the girl of my dreams. All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3, your feet must be tired. You've been running around in my mind all day. All right, and one more time. Your feet must be tired. You've been running around in my mind all day. All right, this is another one I changed to you've been running through my head or you've been running through my mind. This means you've been thinking about something over and over and over. And this is one that needs a response again, too. You'd say, your feet must be tired. And then the person would say, why? Why do you think my feet are tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day. Okay? So that's what I change it to. You've been running through my mind, not you've been running around in my mind all day. Running through my mind means you've been thinking about something over and over and over. All right? So let's do this one more time. Your feet must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day. All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. Do you have a map? I just keep on getting lost in your eyes. Okay? One more time. Do you have a map? I just keep on getting lost in your eyes. All right, this one I actually like. I want to try this one, but I'm married, so I can't. Maybe I'll try it on my wife. Okay, anyway, do you have a map? Do you know what a map is, right? A map. A map. It's a picture of where you are, right? A map. Do you have a map? So you'd ask the question, do you have a map? The person would probably say, no. Why? Why do I have a map? Why would I have a map? You could say, I keep on getting lost in your eyes. Okay, let me explain this. You get lost. You know lost, right? You don't know where you are. But if you get lost in someone's eyes, it means you make eye contact. You look at somebody's eyes and you just feel your brain is gone. Oh, where's my brain? I'm in love. Oh, that's lost in somebody's eyes, okay? So it's a pun, right? You get lost in somebody's eyes. It's a little joke about being lost in somebody's eyes. Lost in your eyes just means, you know, I lost my mind. I just see your eyes. That's all I can see. I forget about everything else around me, okay? So let's do this one more time. Do you have a map? I just keep getting lost in your eyes. All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. All right, one more time. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. All right, let's talk about what this means. First of all, the alphabet. You know what the alphabet is? Right, the Western alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, that's all I know. I don't know the rest of the alphabet. It's hard to recite. But anyway, the alphabet is the order that the letters go in, okay? A, B, C, D. Okay, now you know that the letters U and I aren't together in the alphabet. A and B are together. C and D are together, next to each other. You understand? So if you could rearrange the alphabet, that means change it. Change the order. Rearrange something. You'd put U and I together. Why would you put these two letters together? Well, you, just like the word, Y-O-U. I'd put you and I together. I, me. I'd put us together. You understand? Put you and I together. Okay, this one's kind of clever, actually. Maybe it's a nerd pickup line. Okay, but anyway, let's read this one more time, okay? If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Okay, good. So a lot of good words in this one. Rearrange, right? Change the order of something. Alphabet, you should know alphabet. And you and I, you and I, you and I. Okay, let's do the next one. He's sleazy and always trying to pick up girls. I would never want to be his girlfriend. Okay, one more time. He's sleazy and always trying to pick up girls. I would never want to be his girlfriend. All right, so some useful words here. Sleazy. What does sleazy mean? Well, just what the sentence says. If a guy's always trying to pick up girls, if he's got a new girlfriend this week, and then next week he's got another girlfriend, or maybe he's got 3 girlfriends at the same time, you could say he's your hero. I mean, no, you could say he's sleazy, right? He's not a very good guy. He's not very honest when it comes to love. That's sleazy. Always change girlfriends, right? So, that's sleazy. And you wouldn't want to be his girlfriend. You can see if he treats other girls like this, you hope he won't treat you like that. You wouldn't want to be his girlfriend. Okay, so let's say that one more time. He's sleazy and always trying to pick up girls. I would never be his girlfriend. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. I kept getting hit on by guys at that party. It's so annoying. Okay, one more time. I kept getting hit on by guys at that party. It's so annoying. Yeah, let me tell you, I know what you're talking about, sister. I keep getting hit on by guys all the time when I go to a party. But like I said before, hit on means guys always want to come up and talk to you. They want to pick you up, right? They want to hit on you, okay? And something that's annoying is something that bothers you, right? It's so annoying, right? These underwear are too tight. They keep going inside my butt. It's really annoying. It's something that bothers you. I have a toothache. It hurts so much. It won't stop. It's really, really annoying. That dog keeps barking all night. Rah, rah, rah. It's really annoying. I can't sleep. Annoying, just something that makes you feel angry, okay? It's annoying, something that makes you feel uncomfortable or angry. So maybe if the guys kept coming up to you, one after another at a party, especially if you're a guy, it would be very annoying, wouldn't it? All right, let's do the next one. Number 8. Are you flirting with me? Right, good. One more time. Are you flirting with me? Okay, so what's it mean if you flirt with somebody? This is a verb. You flirt with somebody. a lot of people, you can say, are flirts. You can describe a person as a flirt. Now, what this means is if I'm a guy and I see a girl that's attractive, even if I have a girlfriend, no matter what, I will always want to go up to her and talk to her, make a little joke, something like that, make her laugh, and maybe she'll do it back and forth, back and forth. It's just like playing, you know, just telling jokes, try to make the girl laugh, try to talk to the girl. That's flirting. Or maybe winking at somebody, something like that, okay? That's how you flirt. So, if you ask somebody, are you flirting with me? They must be doing a really bad job of flirting with you if you can't even tell they're flirting with you. But anyway, flirting, just trying to make small conversation, trying to make a joke, something like that. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Are you flirting with me? Yeah, good. And remember, a person can be a flirt too. If a person always does this, always tries to talk to a girl, if a girl always tries to talk to the hot guy, something like that, you can say, that person is such a flirt. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 9, keep your hands off me. Okay, good. And one more time. Keep your hands off me. Now, what does this mean? Keep your hands off me. It means don't touch me. So maybe some guy's getting a little too friendly. Maybe start to grab you, start to touch you, or maybe a girl's getting too friendly, wants to touch you or something. You say, keep your hands off me. It means don't touch me. Take your hands off me. Okay? All right, so let's do that one more time. Keep your hands off me. All right, good. Let's do the next one. Number 10. I'm really not interested. Okay? One more time. I'm really not interested. All right, well, this is something you could say if somebody's trying to hit on you and you just don't like them. A very honest way to say it, too. Just be very frank. Be very open. Just say, I'm really not interested. I'm not interested in you. I don't like you, okay? I'm not interested. So, one more time. I'm really not interested. All right, good. All right, so we just finished the 10 sentences. So let's have a little quiz on the words that we've learned. First question, what is a burger? That's right, what's a burger? Next question, what is a quarter? What's a quarter? Next question, what is a map? Next question, what does the word rearrange mean? What does rearrange mean? Next question, what is the alphabet? Next question, what do I mean when I say I want to pick up a girl? I want to pick up a girl. What does it mean when you get hit on? If somebody is hitting on you, what does that mean? Okay, last question. What does it mean if you're flirting with someone? All right, now it's time for the joke, okay? So, in this joke, a farmer, a businessman, and a doctor are stuck on an island. As they're walking on the beach one day, they find a magic lamp. So all three of them start to rub on the magic lamp, and out pops a genie. First of all, the genie says, well, since there's 3 of you, and I can only grant 3 wishes, I'll give each of you 1 wish. So the doctor thinks and he says, well, I've been on this island for so long. I really miss my wife and my children and my life back home. I'd like to go home. So the genie says, okay, fine. Poof. And the doctor goes home. All right? So it comes turn for the businessman. The businessman thinks about it and says, well, I really miss my life. I miss my life. I miss my children. I miss my home. I'd also like to go home. So the genie says, fine, you can go home. Poof. The businessman goes home. So now it's the farmer's turn. The genie turns to the farmer and says, well, what do you want? The farmer starts crying. The genie says, what's wrong? The farmer says, I miss my friends. Okay, good. So first of all, some things we should talk about, okay? A genie. What is a genie? Well, have you heard of a magic lamp before? We're talking about an old-fashioned kind of lamp, an oil-burning lamp. Now, some people think that if you find this kind of a lamp, you can rub it, rub, polish it. Polish, rub, and a genie will come out. A genie is like a spirit, like some sort of a magical person that lives inside this lamp. The genie should give you 3 wishes. You can have 3 wishes. What's a wish? A wish just means, I wish I had a new car. Well, you have a new car, okay? That's a wish. So, some people think if you find this old kind of oil-burning lamp, you can rub it and a genie will come out. So, anyway, well, the point of the joke is, the farmer didn't have any wife or children or friends, just the 2 people stuck on the island with him. Okay, guys, now it's time to have a little lesson about culture, okay, American culture. Well, we're talking about advances. Probably the biggest thing we should talk about here are pickup lines, right? Everybody knows a pickup line or two. What is a pickup line? Well, when you go to a bar and you see some girl that you want to talk to, maybe you should have something funny to say to start the conversation. Now, there's some classic pickup lines. These don't work very well, I don't think. You could walk up to the girl and you could say, hey, do you come here often? Ooh, terrible one, okay? Or, don't I know you? Okay, terrible pickup lines. But just an example, okay, another one. You could walk up to the girl, you could maybe grab her shirt, look at the tag. What's the tag? It's the thing that says where the shirt is made. It's the thing that says what the shirt is made out of. You could look at the tag and you can say, oh, just like I thought, you're made in heaven. Ugh, so cheesy. But most pickup lines are cheesy. They're either really cheesy or they're really dirty. So you can pick one of the 2 kind of pickup lines to use. All right? Some other pickup lines. Can I think of any other pickup lines? Oh, you could say, are your feet tired? And the girl would say, why? And you say, because you've been running around in my mind all day. Or you've been running through my mind all day. That's what we want to say, right? Ugh, so cheesy. These are really cheesy. And I think for the most part, these pickup lines don't work very well. Usually the girl will just say, you're so dumb. Go away. Buzz off. But you have to have some way to make an advance, okay? A big way that you can make an advance is just something more simple, like eye contact, right? If you catch somebody's eye across the bar, you can, hey, ha, ooh, like that, okay? That's eye contact. This is probably how actual advances work. Like if the girl's interested in you too, you can make eye contact, okay? So, advances, just you see somebody that you want to pick up. Remember, pick up means that you want to get somebody, you want to meet somebody, and you want to go somewhere else with them, or you want to schedule a date for another time. You want to pick them up, okay? But when we're talking about advances, we're just talking about like pickup lines, different ways to talk to somebody, different icebreakers, right? What is an icebreaker? Well, an icebreaker is a way to start a conversation. We say that when you're not talking, there's ice between you. If you say one thing, you can break the ice. You can open it up. You can make a conversation begin. That would be an icebreaker or a pickup line. Just a way to say something. Oh, another thing I want to talk about, okay? Not really on the subject of advances, but it is on the subject of an icebreaker, something called a conversation piece. Okay, a conversation piece. What is this? Well, this is important. Remember this. If I say conversation piece, well, maybe you come over to my house, okay? And maybe you look at the table in my house, and the table is really huge. And it's made out of stone, and it looks really ugly. It looks like it comes from the Stone Age. Well, even if it's ugly, at least it gives us something to talk about. You could say, oh, that's a nice table. And I could say, yeah, that table is so ugly, isn't it? It's the worst table in the world. But we're talking, aren't we? We have something to talk about. That's a conversation piece, right? We can make conversation about the ugly thing in my house. Maybe I have a nice table, but I decide to put a really ugly vase or something on the middle of the table, something that looks really stupid or really ugly. That's another conversation piece. Just something you can see and that somebody will make a comment about, and it can start a conversation. Maybe you wear a shirt that's really stupid looking, okay? Maybe your shirt is so old and it's got holes in it. Somebody could just say, wow, what's wrong with your shirt? Well, now your shirt is a conversation piece. It's something to talk about. So that's really related to pickup lines and icebreakers. Conversation piece, just something to talk about, something that makes conversation start. So maybe if you don't want a pickup line, maybe you could just wear a funny shirt, go to the bar, start talking to a girl, she could say, what's wrong with your shirt? Well, there you have an icebreaker, you have a conversation piece already, something to talk about, conversation piece, icebreaker, pickup lines, okay? This one is butt out. Okay? One more time. Butt out. All right, so butt out. What does this mean? Now, okay, let's say I'm talking to my friend here. We're talking, hey, did you see that girl yesterday? She was really good looking. And then another person comes over here and says, hey, what are you guys talking about? You could tell that person, butt out. It means this isn't your business. You're not supposed to be listening to this conversation. It's a very rude way to say go away, okay? Butt out. It means this is not your business. You shouldn't be listening to this conversation that we're having about that girl. So butt out means go away. Another way you could say this is mind your own business. Take care of your own business, right? Mind your own business. The same person comes over, we're talking, hey, did you see that girl? Hey guys, what are you talking about? You could say, mind your own business. Don't worry about what we're talking about. Worry about yourself, okay? So, one more time, butt out. Let's do the role play now, okay? So I want everybody to get in groups of 2. Groups of 2 or 3. And I want you to answer these next questions for me, okay? Can you tell me, what's the most common way for a Chinese man to pick up a girl in China? Can you tell me what's the most common way? And also, how does this differ from Western countries? What's different about the way a Chinese man would pick up a woman as opposed to somebody in a Western country? So get into groups of 2 or 3 and talk about these questions, okay? Go! Alright, for this next role play, I don't want you guys to get in groups. I want everybody to stand up. What you're going to do is mingle around. You're going to try to talk to as many people as you can and try out your favorite pickup lines on them, okay? Try out your best pickup lines. Tell me which pickup lines worked when you're finished and which ones bombed. That means which ones did really badly. If something bombs, you do a very bad job at it, right? You can bomb a test. Your pickup line can bomb. So just tell me which ones are best, which ones are worst. So everybody stand up. Talk to as many people as you can. I'm going to give you a few minutes now, okay? Go. Hi everybody, welcome to Modern English Proficiency Level. I'm going to be your teacher for these series of lessons, 1 through 36, and well, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself before we get going. My name is Jake Massey, alright? I'm from the United States of America. I was born in the state of Minnesota. I went to school for an English degree. I have a degree in English literature and a degree in communications. So pretty good degrees for English teaching. This is not exactly what I wanted to do.